Hello students, today we are going to start with arithmetic progression. Now this arithmetic progression is not only important for your boards, it's also for all the entrance exam which takes place after your 12th. So it's a very important lesson. About 4 to 8 marks come from this question. Now we are going to study all the different formulas related to arithmetic progression, and I'm going to solve 20 sums related to arithmetic progression, and I have given some practice sums related to the formulas which are there in the description box. If you go to the description box, you will get a link and you just click the link and you will get the PDF file. Just download that PDF file into hard copy and practice this all important question. They will be helpful for you for your exams. Okay, but it's very important that you jot down all the sums, work them out, okay, rather than just seeing the video. Okay, now coming back to this arithmetic progression. Now what is this arithmetic progression? These are the sequence of number where you get the next term by adding a certain fixed quantity. Okay, so if supposing you have these numbers like this: 3, 8, 13, 18, 23. Now just look at these numbers. They are in a sequence. How do you know? Because each number is added by a certain number. Okay, and that gives you the next number. Like 3 plus 5 is how much? 8. 8 plus 5 is how much? 13. 13 plus 5 is how much? 18. 18 plus 5 is how much? 23. So look at these numbers. So they are in arithmetic progression. So how do you know a given set of numbers are in arithmetic progression? The difference of these two numbers, any two numbers, is constant. Like for example, the difference of these two, 8 minus 3 is 5. Difference of 13 minus 8 is 5. 18 minus 13 is 5. 23 minus 18 is 5. So difference is given by D. A is the first number, that is 3 over here. Alright. So now if you want the next number after this, you have to add 5 to it. Okay, now so this goes on like this. Okay. Now there are some important formulas you need to know related to this numbers. So the first formula is Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 D. Now what is Tn? Tn is the nth number. Okay, like for example over here, fifth number is 23. Okay, so supposing if these numbers end at 23, they don't go further on. So the last number over here is Tn. That is the fifth number, fifth term we can say. Okay, so this also can be written as L is equal to A plus n minus 1 D, because the last number is 23. Okay, now the second formula is supposing we want the third term from the last, okay, or the fifth term from the last. If there are huge numbers and we want some term, we have to count them from the last. Then what formula is there? There is a formula. So nth term from the last. Okay, so L minus n minus 1 D. Okay, so if you want to find out the third term or the fourth term or n term from the last, okay, from last you have to count the third term, fourth term. Then you have to use this formula L minus n minus 1 D. Then now if you want to, there is one more formula, n times n term is equal to m times m term. Supposing n times n term is there is equal to m times m term, then T m plus n is equal to 0. This also is another formula which you have to remember. Now sum of all these terms, when you add all these terms, instead of adding there is a formula for it. S is equal to n by 2 2a plus n minus 1 D. Okay, this is when the sum of the terms. Now if supposing the last number is known, then there is one more formula. S is equal to n by 2 a plus L. Okay. So this is the fifth formula. Now sixth. Now if supposing A, B, C are in arithmetic progression, then we can say B is equal to A plus C upon 2. Remember that. Arithmetic progression. If A, B, C in arithmetic progression, then A plus C is equal to B. A plus C upon 2 is equal to B. Now seventh. Now if supposing if you want to take three numbers in AP. Supposing you have to take three numbers in AP. So you have to take like this. A minus D, A plus D. Okay. Now supposing if you take four numbers in AP. Okay. So you have to take like this. A minus 2D, A minus D, A plus D. Remember that. You need to know at the most four numbers in AP. So if they ask you to find out three numbers in AP, then we take A minus D, A plus D. Four numbers, A minus 2D, A minus D, A plus D. Alright. So these are all the formulas you need to know. Now we are going to solve sums based on these formulas. Somewhere you have to find out the n term, that means the fifth term, fourth term, whatever. So Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1D. Sometimes you have to find out the first term which is not given in the question, or you have to find out the difference. Then n term from the last, this formula you can use. Then n times n term is equal to m times m term. Then Tm plus n is 0. Like 10 times 10 term is equal to 20 times 20 term. Then T 10 plus 20, that is T 30 is how much? 0. So we are going to solve sums on this. Then we are going to solve sums on the sum of this. So the formula is over here. So we are going to really use the applications of these given formulas. Okay. So let's get started with the sums. Alright. Now the first sum. The n term of a sequence is 2n minus 3. Find the 15th term. So they have given the nth term. What is the nth term? 2n minus 3. And they want the 15th term. So 15th term means instead of n you put 15. That is the 27th. So the nth term is 27. This is probably the easy sum because it's the first sum. Second sum. Find the 24th term of the sequence. So now they have given the AP. So here by seeing the AP we can come to know what is A. A is 12. And you can also know what is D. Second number minus first number. 10 minus 12, that is minus 2. Now the formula Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 D. Now they want the 24th term. So n is 24, A is 12, 24 minus 1, 23 into D is minus 2. Okay. So it will become 12 minus 46. That comes to 34 minus 34. Alright. So that's the answer. Third sum. Is 402 a term of the sequence? So 402, does it come in this AP or no? That's what they are asking. Is 402 a term of the sequence? The AP they have given. That is 8, 13, 18, 23 and so on. So in that numbers na, is 402 there or no? They are asking. So that means in this 402 is some term. So Tn is 402. Then A is 8. D is 13 minus 8. 5. So now use the formula Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 D. Tn is 402. A is 8 plus 5 bracket n minus 1. So 408 minus 402 minus 8 is 394. is equal to 5 bracket n minus 1. Now if you see properly, n minus 1 is equal to 394 upon 5, which is a fraction. So there are no fractions in this. Alright. So it is not possible then. Okay, so 402 is not a term. So not a term. Did you get it? Next, fourth sum. How many terms are there in the series? So now over here they have given this series 4, 7, 10, 13 goes on till 148. Okay, that means last number is 148, that is Tn is 148, right? A is 4, that is the first term, and D is 7 minus 4, 3. And they are asking number of terms, that is n they are asking. So again use the formula, Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 D. Tn is 148, A is 4 plus 3 bracket n minus 1. So send 4 that side, 144 is equal to 3 bracket n minus 1. N minus 1 is equal to 144 divided by 3. So n is equal to 49. So they are asking how many terms are there. So 49 terms. Alright. Now we go on the fifth sum. Now the fifth sum says that in an AP 10 times 10 term. See, 10 times 10 term, is equal to 30 times 30 term. And they are asking 40 term. 40 means 10 plus 30, right? So that 40 term will be 0. Why 0? Because you have studied one formula. M times M term is equal to N times N term. Then T M plus N is 0. Since. Okay, write this down, okay? So that's how you do the fifth sum. Now we start with the sixth sum. Find the value of P if x, 2x plus P and 3x plus 6 are in AP. So now these are all in AP. Okay, and you have to find out P. So how do you find out P? You know, you can find out the difference D. Second number minus first number, and here also you can find out D, third number minus second number. So let's find D, and you know D is always the same in all the cases, difference is the same. So D1 is equal to 2x plus P minus x, that is equal to x plus P, and D2 is equal to third minus second, 3x plus 6 minus 2x plus P, that is 3x plus 6 minus 2x minus P, that is x plus 6 minus P. Since D1 is equal to D2, so x plus P is equal to x plus 6 minus P. X and x get cancelled. P plus P is equal to 6. Therefore 2P is 6. Therefore P is 3. Alright. So that's how we do the sixth sum. Now seventh sum. How many 3-digit number are divisible by 87? 3-digit number. So which will be the first number that is divisible by 87? Let's do 87 into 2. 174. So 174 is the first number. Then the next number will be 174 plus 87. That is 261. And goes on. And the last number, last 3-digit number, which is a multiple of 87. So for that you have to divide 1000 by 87. So when you divide it, you get the last number as 957. The first number we get by multiplying 87 into 2, that is 174. So 174 is the smallest 3-digit number, which is a multiple of 87. And then the next number, of course, D is 87. And the last number, how do you get? You divide 1000 by 87. So 87 11s are 957. So the 3-digit number, the largest 3-digit number which is divisible by 87 is 957. So that's how we get Tn over here, which is 957. D, of course, it's 87. A is 174. So what do you have to find now? We have to find the number of terms, that is n, you have to find out. So use the formula Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 D. So substitute the values. 957 is equal to A is 174 plus n minus 1 D. D is 87. So send 174 that side. So 957 minus 174, that is 783 is equal to 87 n minus 1. Therefore n minus 1 is equal to 783 upon 87, that is coming to 9. Therefore n is equal to 9 plus 1, that is 10th term. Alright, so the 10th term is coming to 957. So number of terms are 10. Okay, now let's go on the 8th sum. For what value of n, the n term of AP, which is they have given, and n term of AP are equal to each other. So there are two terms of AP they have given. So the first are 63, 65, 67 ... and the second one are 3, 10, 17 ... Now with the help of this we can find out A, that is 63, D, that is 65 minus 63, that is 2. Here also you can find out A, that is the first term, D is 10 minus 3, that is 7. So now Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 D. So A is 63 plus n minus 1, D is 2. And over here using the same formula, Tn is equal to 3 plus n minus 1, 7. So now since the number of terms are same, then what we do, 63 plus 2 bracket n minus 1 is equal to 3 plus 7 bracket n minus 1. 63 plus 2n minus 2 is equal to 3 plus 7n minus 7. Now take the like terms together. 63 minus 2 is 61, and here it is minus 5, 4 plus 7n. So 61 plus 4 is equal to 7n minus 2n. 65 is equal to 5n. Therefore n is equal to 65 upon 5. 13. So the number of terms are 13. So number of terms is equal to 13. Okay. Now next is they are asking, okay, n only, they have to ask for the n only. Okay, now the 9th sum. If the numbers n minus 2, 4n minus 1, 5n plus 2 are in AP, find the value of n and its two terms. So now if these numbers are in AP, then the difference will be the same. So first we'll find out D1, 4n minus 1 minus n minus 2, that is, and D2 will be third number minus first number. So D1 is equal to D2. Since D1 is equal to D2, therefore 3n plus 1 is equal to n plus 3. 2n is equal to 2, therefore n is equal to 1. So n we have got as 1. Now you have to find out the next two terms. So first we will find out the number of terms. So which are the number of terms? Therefore look here, 1 minus 2 is minus 1. Then 4n minus 1, n is 1. 4 minus 1 is 3. Then 5n plus 2. So 5 plus 2, 7. Now if you find out the D, how do you find out the D over here? D is second number minus first number. So 3 minus 1, that is 4. Okay, so you have to add 4 to all the terms. So minus 1 plus 4 is 3. 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 plus 4 is what? 11. 11 plus 4 is how much? 15. So the two numbers which we have added is 11 and 15. You can write the answer. The next two terms are 11 and 15. Now we go on the 10th sum. If a number, how many terms of AP 24, 21, 18 must be taken so that the sum is 78? So the sum they have given. So in the 10th sum, the sum is 78 and the AP they have given 24, 21, 18 goes on. So with the help of that we can find out A, which is the first number. D is second minus first. So what is 21 minus 24? Is minus 3. Now Sn is equal to n upon 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. Use this formula for sum. So 78 is equal to n upon 2 bracket 2 into 24 plus n minus 1, d is minus 3. So this becomes plus. Plus becomes minus because minus 3 is substituted. So send to that side. So now these all terms can be divided by 3. So if it's divisible by 3, divide it. It's a quadratic equation. So product is 52, sum is 17. So how much is it? Thirteen and 4. That's your answer. So the 10th sum, the number of terms are 13 or 4. Okay. Now we start with the 11th sum. Find the sum of all the odd natural numbers less than 50. Odd natural numbers less than 50. So which are the odd natural numbers? So natural number starts from 1, right? And odd. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, then goes on like that. And the last number is not 50. It should be 49. Okay, odd number they want, na? So that's how. So with the help of this we can know what is A, what is D, and you can also find out the last term, that is 49 is the last term, Tn. Now this is also called as the last term. So when last term is given and they are asking for the sum, then what is the formula? That's the formula. If supposing the last term is given, in this case 49. If it's not given, then use the other formula which I've used in the previous sum. But since the last term is known, so we use this formula. Okay. So n upon 2. So we can find out Tn. Tn is 49, A is 1, plus D is 2. So we can find out N. So N upon 2, that is 25 upon 2 bracket A plus L. A is 1 and L is 49. That is 25 upon 2 into 50. 2 25 is a 50. That is 625. 25 into 25 is 625. So the sum of all the terms are 625. So that's how we do the 11th sum. Now let's try the 12th sum. The first term of an AP is 5. First term means A. A is 5. And the last term is 45. So last term you can write L or Tn as 45. And the sum of its term is 1000. So Sn is 1000. Sum of terms they have given. Find the number of terms and common difference. So number of terms, that means N they want and D they want, the common difference. So we've got Tn. With the help of that we can find out N. So let's try it. Okay. So use Tn and C, and then of course we have to use Sn ka formula also. So let's see if with the help of Tn we get N or no. Okay. We don't have difference also. So let's use Sn ka formula. Okay. And let's see. Sn is equal to N by 2 A plus L. Okay, since last term is given na, so Sn is also given. So 1000 is equal to N by 2 bracket 5 plus last term is what? 45. So send 2 that side. 2000 is equal to 45 plus 5 is 50N. Therefore N is equal to 2000 upon 50. That's 40. So we got N as 40. Now how do you find out the difference D? Use the formula for Tn. I'll solve it over here. Tn is equal to A plus N minus 1 D. So Tn is 45. First number is 5. N is 40. So 40 minus 1. 39 into D. So send 5 that side. 45 minus 5 is 40 is equal to 39D. Therefore D will be 40 upon 39. So we found out N as well as D. You can write the answer like this. A is equal to 40 and D is equal to 40 upon 49. Alright. So that's how we do the 12th. We start with the 13th sum. The angles of a quadrilateral are in AP with the common difference 20. Find the angles. So common difference is given 20 degrees. And the angles, you know, in a quadrilateral 4 angles are there. So 4 angles how do you take when you have to take it in AP? I've given it in the formula section. So A minus 2D, A minus D, comma A plus D. Okay. So to start like this, let the AP be A minus 2D, A minus D, A plus D. Now the sum of the angles is usually 360, right? Sum of all the angles in a quadrilateral. Since their sum is 360. Okay, so a minus 2d plus a minus d plus a plus d is equal to 360. So now over here d and d get cancelled. So 1 2 3 4 4d minus 4a minus 2d is equal to 360. Can divide by 2. 2a minus d is equal to 180. Okay, now d is already given 20. So 2a minus 20 is 180. Therefore 2a is equal to 200. Therefore a will be 100. 2 goes down. 200 divided by 2 is 100. So a we got 100. So now you substitute over here. 100 minus 2 times 20. That means 100 minus 40. And 100 minus 40 is how much? 60. That is the first angle. Then second angle, a minus d, that is 100 minus 20, that is 80. Then the third angle is a, that is 100. Then the fourth angle is 100 plus 20, that is 120. So that's how we solve the 13th sum. Now let's go on the 14th sum. Split 207 into 3 parts. So if when you have to split, take 3 numbers in AP, then how do you have to take a minus d, a and a plus d, right? Such that these parts are in AP and the product of two smaller part is 4623. Okay, so let the 3 parts in AP be a minus d, a plus d. Now addition of all this is 207. So a minus d plus a plus d is 207. So now here d get cancelled. 3a is 207. Therefore a is 207 upon 3. So it's coming 69. Okay. Now what else they have given? Product of the two smaller parts. So these two are the smaller parts, a minus d and a. So product is 4623. So a bracket a minus d is equal to 4623. So now a is 69. Bracket 69 minus d is equal to 4623. So 69 minus d is equal to 4623 divided by 69. That is 67. So now how do you find out d? Therefore 69 minus 67 is equal to d. Therefore d is equal to 2. Now if you've got d ka value and if you've got a ka value, you can substitute and get the 3 terms in AP. So a minus d, that is 69 minus 2, that is 67. Then a, that is 69. Then 69 plus 2, 71. Answer are the 3 terms in AP. Alright. Now we solve the 14th sum. Now we start with the 15th sum. Insert 3 arithmetic mean between 15 and 27. So 3 terms between 15 and 27. Just see how to do. 15, A1, A2, A3 and 27. So total how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 terms. So that means T5 is 27, A is 15, D we do not know. Okay. N we know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. N is 5. So use T5 का formula. A plus 4D. 27 is equal to 15 plus 4D. So 27 minus 15. It is 12. Therefore D is equal to 12 by 4, 3. So 15 plus 3. 15 plus 3 is how much? 18. 18 plus 3, 21. 21 plus 3, 24. And 27. So these are the three terms. Therefore, the three terms are 18, 21 and 24. Okay. Now let's go on the 16th sum. The angles of a polygon are in AP. Now common difference is 5. If the smallest angle is 120, find the number of sides in a polygon. Okay, so over here now they have given D. Common difference 5. And the smallest angle, that is A, that also they have given. Now they are asking the number of sides in a polygon. Now you know total angles in a polygon, sum of angles of a polygon, you know how much it is? What is the formula? Sum of angles in a polygon, 2n minus 4 into 90. Remember that. Sum of angles of a polygon is 2n minus 4 into 90. Now sum of sides of a polygon. So you have to use this formula. S is equal to n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 d. Okay. So n upon 2, 2a is 2 into 120 plus n minus 1 d. d is 5. Alright. So now that comes to n upon 2, 140 plus 5n minus 5. Now the sum, both of them are the same. Sum of the angles is equal to the sum of sides. When you take both of them together, 2n minus 4 into 90 is equal to n by 2 bracket 240 plus 5n minus 4. Then you have to solve this, send 2 that side. 90 into 2 is 180, 2n minus 4 bracket n. 240 minus 5 is 235 plus 5n. Now you can take 5 common from here. So when you take 5 common over here, 5n bracket 47 plus n. Now divide both the terms by 5. You get 36 bracket 2n minus 4 is equal to n bracket 47 plus n. Multiply this by 36, you get like this. Multiply this whole by n. Then solve it, you get a quadratic equation, n square minus 25n plus 144. So product is 144, sum is 25. So it is 16 into 9. So n square minus 16n minus 9n plus 144 equal to 0. Take n common from here, n minus 16, and over here 9 common, n minus 16. So n minus 16 common from both the sides, it comes n minus 16, n minus 9. So n minus 16 equal to 0 or n minus 9 equal to 0. Therefore n is equal to 16 or n is equal to 9. So that's the answer. So the number of sides of a polygon are 16 or 9. Now the 17th sum. The n term of an arithmetic progression is 15 minus 7n. So n terms is 15 minus 7n. Find the common difference. So they just asked you to find out d. So first we'll find out the first term, t1. So t1 is equal to 15 minus 7 into 1. 15 minus 7. So how much is 15 minus 7? It is 8. Okay. Now t2. T2 means instead of n put 2. So 15 minus 14, that is 1. Then t3, instead of n put 3. 15 minus 21 minus 6. So so on and so forth. So we get the terms as 8, 1, minus 6, like that. So now d is always second number minus first number, right? So 1 minus 8, that is minus 7. So that's your answer. Okay. Now the 18th sum. The angles of a triangle form AP. If the largest angle is twice the least, find the angles of a triangle. So let the angles of a triangle be A minus D, A and A plus D. Now if the largest is twice the least, so largest is A plus D. is twice the least. Least is a minus d. So a plus d is equal to 2a minus 2d. So 3d is equal to a. And what else? Now sum of the angles of a triangle is 180, right? Therefore a minus d plus a plus d is 180. So this d and d get cancelled. 3a is equal to 180. Therefore a will be 180 upon 3, 60. So if a is 60, then what will it be? D. Substitute in 1. So 3d is equal to 60. Therefore d is equal to 20. Okay. So the angles, therefore the angles are, see, a minus d, that is 60 minus 20, that is 40 degrees. Then next is a, that is 60 degrees. And the last one is a plus d, that is 60 plus 20, that is 80 degrees. Alright. 19 sum. Find the 11th term from the last of the sequence. 11th term from the last they want. And they have given this AP. So over here, last term is minus 62, A is 10 and D is second term minus first term. So 7 minus 10 is minus 3. And they want the 11th term from the last. So how do you find out 11th term from the last? L minus n minus 1 d, that's the formula. So the last term is minus 62, minus d is minus 3. So if you put minus 3 over here, this becomes plus 3 n minus 1. Okay. So minus 62 plus 3 bracket n minus 1, that is n is 11 na. So 11 minus 1, that is 10. So minus 62 plus 30, that is minus 32 is your answer. Now we start with the last sum, 20th sum. Find A and B if 12, comma A plus B, comma 2A and B are in AP. So 12, A plus B, 2A and B are in AP. Now the difference is the same, right, for all of them. So second number minus first number, what will be the D1? A plus B minus 12. Then what will be D2? The third number minus second number. 2A minus A plus B. That is 2A minus A minus B. 2A minus A is A. So A minus B. And what will be D3? Fourth number minus third number. So that is B minus 2A. So now if D1 is equal to D2, then A plus B minus 12 is equal to A minus B. So A and A get cancelled. Minus B send that side. 2B is equal to 12. Therefore B is equal to 6. So we got the value of B. Now if D1 is equal to D3, then we can get A plus B minus 12 is equal to B minus 2A. So that means this B and B get cancelled. Minus 2A goes that side. 3A is equal to 12. Therefore A is equal to 4. So answer, A is equal to 4. B is equal to 6. So that's the 20th sum we solved. We have solved 20 sum. Now you have to solve the homework sum. So please do work it out in your notebook. And if you have liked this video, please do share the video and also subscribe. So you will get more videos of this kind. Okay, that's all. See you. Bye bye.